2 years.
Welcome back to the Have You Seen a Podcast? Joined here by Michael Falk and Cash Krause.
How's it going?
What's up, guys?
Do you want to address the people at home on video as to why all these
Hey, everyone.
all these podcasts look exactly the same?
We've been banging out.
Yeah, we've been banging out a few of them. I'm going to the old Vegas next week. So we had to bang out 4 podcasts. So we do change our clothes. We're just wearing the same ones.
We're just doing
for one night because these
Yeah.
are 4 podcasts that we're recording in one night. So
we've been here for 12 hours.
12 hours straight. Doing research, nonstop research on these films, watching
We
the
always
movies.
do 12 hour, 6 12-hour shifts. But
I
we're
can't
getting a little
remember
break.
what outside looks like.
Right, I know.
No, that's all we
That's
get.
all we get.
That's why I'm going to Vegas for the weekend, boys.
Yeah, you got to get away.
Got to get away for a weekend.
We've been working 60-hour weeks
God damn, it's hard.
for the last year.
Not easy.
I know. People don't get it, what we do. Anyways, what are we talking about?
Anyways.
We're here to talk about The Rock and all his fucking amazement and Rampage.
Rampage, Michael's pick.
Michael's pick.
It's the only thing coming out this week, and mostly I just wanted to do the Marvel recap. I didn't know.
You could have picked another movie. I mean, you could have
Yeah.
picked one on.
But
You
I
didn't have to. You forced us to go see
I
Rampage.
wanted to see this anyway because I just wanted to see what it was gonna be like.
Well,
honestly, Michael, I had that curiosity as well. I had a feeling going into it that it wasn't going to win any, Oscars or anything.
Well, yeah, but after Jumanji, anything's
Right, exactly.
fucking possible.
No, really. That's actually why I was like, you know what? I'm going to go check this out because Jumanji surprised the fuck out of me. I thought that
but
was
this
gonna be
brings me
terrible.
right back to, okay, my senses.
We get it. Yeah, my senses are pretty
Jumanji
good
was a
most of the
fluke.
time.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
that
movie
was a
brought me
one-time
back.
thing.
Yeah, this movie brought me back down to earth. Where like, okay, because Jumanji had me worried. Like, am I losing my?
I know. Am I losing my
Yeah.
credentials? Like, what's going on here? This is good.
Yeah,
This is
is
fun.
Rampage going to be the best movie of all time? Good to know. It was
No,
not.
close. It's the best
It's-
video game movie of all time.
Yes, what a feat.
Yeah, seriously. Congratulations. We should just right now.
Just
It's
right
been a
now?
while.
Yeah.
Yep.
What did it get?
50.
50.
It beat the last Tomb Raider
That's
by
a
1.
solid F. Yeah. Yeah, and we got 2 video game movies this year also.
Yeah,
We did.
within a month.
If that tells us what the year is going to be like, we're in trouble. 2 video game movies right out the gate.
I want a good video game movie so bad because
Well, this is not good. I mean, if you've ever played the games
the audience
Rampage,
scores 81. I love the games.
I love the games
Games
too.
are
I played them all,
fucking fun.
but they have no
Fucking-
story.
No, they don't.
None.
Yeah.
None.
You would never think it's like making a movie out of Monopoly.
Right.
It's
I
just
mean, like,
using the
where's-
name to catch
Yeah,
people's attention.
Exactly.
but I'll have to say, my favorite parts of these movies were the parts where they were just smashing stuff up.
I was waiting the entire movie for that.
Because
to
I
happen.
thought that they did do a good job of getting that sense. At one point,
Yeah.
the monkeys in the window, like
Yeah.
getting people eating them.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the game is.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And the game,
100%.
the game is great.
It's an amazing game.
And man, did Dave and Buster's pay an arm and a leg for that advertisement? They didn't
Yeah.
only show it in the movie; they showed it in the previews. Dave and Buster's was making previews.
there was
showing the
multiple
games.
of
Oh my
production,
gosh.
and that's how you know a good movie when they have
Right.
a shit ton of advertisements.
Oh yeah,
and
and when they
Forward.
have a budget that big,
when
that's
you're
where you know they get the
dedicating
money.
time to show these companies, when you're taking screen time away from.
I rolled my eyes every time. I can't help but do it these days. I'm just like, oh, product placement.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
That's why they say the 80s is the worst year for movies. Because that's
'Cause
when
all the
everyone
product
started
placement.
selling out.
Oh, yeah.
Big fucking sellouts.
Yeah, but now it's cool to go back and see all the old
It
product
is like when we
placements.
watched the Goonies and saw those Pepsi ads.
Unless you're
yeah.
Quentin Tarantino and he's watching and he's fucking
His
just,
head
he
is
hates the
disgusting.
80s. He hates it. He knows those.
So the audience
fucking-
score is actually quite high for this.
Yeah, it is. It's sitting at an 81 right now.
Well, what we know is that people like explosions. People like The Rock.
Explosions,
They
people
love The Rock. Yes.
I like The Rock. I don't have a problem with him.
I like him. I don't know what fucking curse he has on the world right now where people are obsessed with him. But
Yeah, well, he's like the hardest working man alive.
yeah, I mean, if
him
only
and
he was
Hart,
if only he
yeah.
was a doctor, he'd be curing
know, right?
cancer.
God
Instead,
damn.
he's putting out
impressive.
10
Putting out
fucking
movies.
Rampage
20 movies a year.
and about 87% of them aren't great. But he's working hard.
Yeah, he is.
Well, what
Who
did
would
you
have thought, like, with his career, honestly, like, looking back in the early 2000s, before Scorpion King, or let's even just say Scorpion King, looking at him in that movie and stuff, I would have never expected in 2016, 17, and 18 for him to just, he's in everything.
Blow up.
Yeah, I mean, he is
Well, he found
probably
he
the
found
single
his
biggest.
he found his niche
Yes, yeah, he
of
did,
being the
for
one of
sure.
the largest
new-
guys.
Yeah, he's the new action hero of our time too.
Right.
yeah, he's like Arnold.
Only better.
I mean,
actor.
I won't compare him to Arnold because
Yeah.
Arnold is a god in my opinion. I mean, Arnold is in some of my favorite movies, but
Yes.
The Rock hasn't been in a movie though yet that I've said, man, that's just the best. Where it's
I've seen some good ones that he's been in that I've really enjoyed.
well, let's talk about this movie.
Okay.
What
let's talk about this
did
movie.
you guys love about it? What do you hate about it?
Pretty much the only stuff I actually liked about it was the final scenes where they're destroying cities and stuff like the game.
We were talking about gore earlier, and this movie had surprisingly
Yeah.
amounts of gore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it was
Which we were talking
crazy.
about like earlier. We were talking about like when it's necessary and stuff. And I'm like, what is this a kids movie or is
I
it? I'm
didn't
like,
know what it was.
there's some scenes where it's like they're showing. Like, why is it showing me that? I'm like, I like gore just as much as the next red-blooded American we love. Yeah, praise Jesus. But yeah, there's some scenes where I don't know. I'm not against it, but I think if you brought your kids to this, you probably expected it to be a little more tame, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. You
Yeah.
didn't expect that.
Because there's some scenes, like the scenes where he's like, where the main CIA agent or whatever he was tricks the guy to go outside
And gets
Yeah,
and
and
to
then
get
the thing-
murder him.
yeah.
Yeah.
That seemed strangely dark. Where I wasn't sure like what this movie's real target audience was.
Right.
And like, but one of my favorite scenes, which it might be one of my only scenes I really liked, was the wolf scene in the forest.
Yeah, that was cool.
Which
I
I liked.
that.
I liked that scene because
Yeah.
it was before it got really big, and it kind of seemed a lot smaller scale.
Mm-hmm.
Because the wolf, was smaller, but it was when they were hunting those guys, I really liked. And Uriah Faber was fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uriah Faber. That was so
I
dope.
When you-
looked at you right
Yeah,
when he
right
came. I was
away.
like, "What?"
The first time I saw him, I'm like,
His
man,
mohawk.
why did that guy look so familiar? And then I saw him again, and I'm like, oh no. When you
He's the
see
worst
like,
mohawk of life.
when you see a UFC fighter in a movie, it ain't good.
That's not true.
They tend not
There
to
was
be
a
very good.
UFC fighter in Logan.
There
Okay.
was.
Who?
I don't remember.
All I remember was he was bald. He was the one that got his head cut off by the.
I'm gonna
girl.
say-
Who
I'm gonna
was that?
I can't remember.
Now I'm getting
It
irritated.
wasn't Keith Jardine, was it?
No, it wasn't Jardine.
Okay, I'll say when you have a UFC person that has more than 35 seconds of screen time, you're probably in
Well,
trouble.
he's actually has a lot of scenes building up to get it. That's it, right? Christoph Sosinski. He.
Yep.
Yep. He's been in a couple movies.
Mm-hmm.
He was in, not that it's a good one, but Here Comes the Boom. He
Yes. Well, as I was saying,
Oh,
Ryan
Here
didn't
Comes the
knock.
Boom, Yeah.
But I proved you wrong. There can be an MMA fighter.
Yeah, I guess.
You don't think Logan was good?
No, it was good, dude. But
He said any time that one is in there.
I
it's not-
meant
movie's
if
not
he
gonna be
has
good.
more screen time. I guess if he says any words,
He does say words in Logan.
does he? Well, I guess he was good enough where I guess I didn't even notice him. Yeah.
Well, he's not like a huge name, so you probably didn't even know he was an MMA fighter.
I know, but I don't think any of us did. None of
I
us knew his
did.
name.
That's
Yeah, when you
that's when
saw
I
it.
that's when I was super into UFC, was when he was fighting those era of people.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big
So,
UFC fan, but I mean, I knew Uriah Faber immediately, but I've never heard. I mean, Christoph Zinski.
Jasinski. Yeah.
I just don't know him very well.
That's just when I was like, I took a long break from it, and when I was first into it, he was a big name in the UFC. That's why I knew
Yeah,
who he
some
was.
years ago. Yeah.
Well, how do you think Uriah did in this?
Oh, he did great for what he was.
Yeah, for the he had
He said,
said
one
4
line.
words in
Yeah,
it.
it was like a cheesy ass line, and then he got killed. But I don't even think it showed him actually getting killed.
Did it?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
No,
If it did either.
no, not with the wolf scene. No, it didn't. But he definitely died.
No, all of them died.
I will say that wolf scene though, the very end where the teeth are right
Yeah.
next to him, that
Yeah, it was
actually
good,
creeped
yeah.
me
Cool.
out a little bit.
I
And I
like
thought-
that actor too.
That he's the new Deathstroke.
Yeah.
And that's when I saw him. I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be in it a lot.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
know. He was in it like 2 minutes.
and he's and he's.
I didn't figure he'd be in it a lot because they did not advertise it at all. And if he was, they would have because he's a draw.
Yeah.
But this movie, we talk about the dialogue.
Cheesy ass action
Awful.
movie for sure.
So weak
And
and
I'm
just
so
not.
fucking tired of it. I'm honestly, like, I'm gonna go on a little bit. I'm so fucking tired.
Well, I think
because you can make these movies so much fucking better if you just quit putting this cheesy ass dialogue that makes me roll my eyes. Every
And
five
it's
fucking
just the most stereotypical,
It
like
is.
stereotypical Black Ops guys. Just there's no depth or anything.
None
It's
at all.
stereotypical big bad business guy is
Yep.
the bad is the and it's
It was all yeah.
It was so cheesy and so hokey. And even the actors, the two people that they got to play like the big
bad guys.
the guy was not good at
No.
all. And that's he was an intern in the office. He was in that.
yeah,
post-
he was. That's right. Yeah.
But it was just horrible. Horrible acting, horrible dialogue. A lot of the dialogue made me cringe, even
It
when
did.
it
And we
felt
talk
to
about-
me like that they were doing it on purpose. It was that bad. Like they were constantly
At times,
doing
yeah,
it.
I thought.
But
So
they
it made
weren't.
me think they
Yeah.
were doing it on purpose.
Yeah, but I mean, no. I definitely think that they were trying to make it a lot
Some
more
of-
serious, I guess.
Some
than
of
it
those
was.
lines had to be 100% purposely done. Some of them were that bad that it's like they obviously did that because it's that
I don't.
bad.
Yeah, I know. I can't think of any. I can't imagine why anyone would do that to their
I don't
movie.
know. There was so
Because
much
it's-
shit about
it's
this movie that just
this.
pissed me off. We go back to Martin Scorsese, but we talk about the fine details in these movies. But these, and you can give Martin $10 million and he'll be super fucking, pinpoint on everything. You give these ass clowns $200 million and they do stupid shit. I hate the little details. So like when the plane crashes, right? And then they go and ruck through the rummage. So that medical kit and everything that they used just worked perfectly.
Yeah,
The
I
fucking
know.
little phone thing just worked perfectly after a plane crash, after everything's in the fucking rubble.
There
But
wasn't a
those
lot
are the
of
two
science.
things out of all of it.
There
that
wasn't a
just-
lot of science to any of it. That
No,
really
it just
worked
pissed
out.
me off. It's just like those are the little things where it's like at least have it all fucked up, or you're trying to. It's just so dumb.
One of the things that pissed me off was why didn't George have other DNA? Like like the wolf
Yeah,
was
the
like half
wolf.
porcupine, and the lizard was like also like a warthog
Yeah.
or something. Why the fuck didn't George have any split DNA? How much cooler would that have been?
right?
Because he doesn't in the game. He's just an ape in the game. He doesn't have any.
Well, in the game,
Or
they're
aren't they all just?
yeah, they're just
No. Lizzie is like a fucked up lizard thing with a bunch of spikes on it, which they did basically. And Ralph can fly in the games.
and not the original arcade games.
Yeah.
I thought in the original arcade games they was just a wolf and a lizard and a monkey. They didn't have any.
Well,
Other
they were all
background.
fucked up looking.
They could fly.
Ralph could.
I honestly
I
just
never
I thought
knew
that they
that.
just climb.
Yeah.
The climb and punch. I thought that was the only thing they could do. And like the original '80s one, the cabinet one.
I don't know about that one.
Jesus
I'm
Christ!
talking
If
about
that's the case, I gotta
like-
play that game again. Start flying around with Ralph.
you could fly off the building, like when
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
collapsing,
When he's
not
yeah.
just fly
just
whenever
flying,
you fucking
right.
want to.
I had assumed. Aerodynamic.
Yeah, but in the game also they stand on 2 feet. All the characters do. They don't stand on 2
Yeah,
feet.
well, in the
this.
game they all come from people, and in this they're animals.
Yeah. So why couldn't you have George be half fucking porcupine or something awesome if you weren't following anything else from the game?
They just chose not to.
I know. It just would have
They
been.
also
that-
chose
Because
them
it
to
was
make
the
them
Rock's friend, and he didn't want a mutant friend anymore.
It just
He
would have been
wanted
that
a
much
gorilla
cooler. Would have
friend.
been that much cooler. It
That's
would-
honestly probably why, because he ends up being like the hero, so they
And
don't
maybe it's
want him
because
being all.
he had the most rare
jacked.
blood type ever, being an albino gorilla.
Maybe.
I know, but it was the canisters that had all these split DNA.
Right,
But
I
then
know,
the
I know.
canister that just happened to hit the main character, of course, only has
Right.
monkey DNA
Yeah.
in it. What are the odds?
Pretty good odds.
Well, the
looks
rat
like
in the
George.
beginning, that didn't have any split. It was just a big ass rat, right?
It looked like it was fucked up.
Well,
didn't
it was
look
fucked
like
up
an
because it
normal
was
rat.
big.
Yeah, but it looked like it had some like spikes and shit on it.
I don't know. That was a reference to a hidden character in one of the games. That rat.
Yeah,
It's
as soon
Larry.
as that rat,
Yeah.
Larry, Ralph, George, and Lizzie.
The only thing that really bummed me out about the monsters is that Lizzie was a crocodile and not a lizard thing.
Was she though? I mean, she could have been.
Yeah, it came from a crocodile.
Oh,
it
did it
shows
show
it,
that at the very
yeah.
start? Yeah, I
It
can't.
eats the
I might have
canister.
missed the first. Oh yeah, I guess it does. Yeah.
And then it has like all fucked up warthog and some kind of weird tail. But yeah.
And it did not die either. That fucking lizard. Ralph died quick.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, he
kind of
did.
surprised. But he was the
Fortunately.
weakest character in the game, so.
Yeah. Got his head chewed off.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Rolled
big
around.
time.
I knew that was gonna happen.
But I knew they were gonna have the Rock kill one, and him killing it like that is the way to go, because he's not gonna outpower.
Right.
big ol'
I'm
fucking
glad.
wolf.
Yeah, that's a good point to make. I'm glad they at least kill these beasts
With
and-
other beasts.
Right, with other beasts, and not
Not the
with-
Rock.
Right, not all of a sudden the Rock shoots one final grenade and it kills it.
Yeah.
You know, that bullshit. At least it was the beast who killed the other one.
Well, that was the whole thing with the city and them like calling them to the city and all that, and them just assuming
Yeah.
that the army was going to. And let's just say how much fucking power that like general has or whatever.
Hey, who
Where
the fuck is that guy?
he's a fucking god. He's not calling anyone else. He's about
No
to
one.
drop the largest bomb on the city.
In a city, and he's got all the control.
And
They're
he's-
not
and
even
there's-
calling up the president.
Nope, there's no upper. What he says goes.
Goes.
They're evacuating Chicago. There's no high. I mean, you would at least get a few more generals in there so that
You
you
would
can have a
think
second
so, yeah.
opinion. But this guy,
They only had enough money
to get.
for one general.
But he
He's
was
the general of generals, Cash. Come on now.
Get those people out of there. Drop a bomb. No one's questioning that guy.
No one.
No one. He's
It's incredible. But see, that's again, those are the little details again where you're just like, are you fucking kidding?
yeah.
me?
I do not expect little details in a Rampage movie.
But I do if you're spending $200 million.
no.
I just expect a good movie.
You know, so do I. I don't give a fuck what the movie is. If you put $200 million into a movie, it has to
Bro,
be good.
you've seen the Transformers. You know what to expect.
Yeah, but this
You
movie.
can't get mad.
I have no doubt.
But
sorry.
I can get mad.
yeah, and
It's my fucking fundamental
And I guarantee
right to
you
get
give
mad
this
about
movie
this
to
shit.
you could give this movie to someone else, and someone could make a good movie out of
it could
this.
be done, but it's
Absolutely.
just
Yes.
if they want to take the time and shit to do that.
You could take the time and half the budget.
Yeah.
And do, yeah.
And do an amazing job.
Because
on
I
it.
thought, this movie
Nobody
could have
ever
been.
wants to make video game movies, though.
I mean, obviously, someone wants it.
Obviously,
No, you know what I mean. Like legit people do not sign up for that.
Well, I think if you get a good director, there's ways to do it.
Well,
It just
yeah,
needs, it
but
just
it
it
doesn't
starts
happen.
it starts with a good script. If you could have had a good script where you can get the good director, you can get everything. I mean, if it's good enough, you'll get the people. People aren't just directors not just gonna not say no always because it's a video game movie.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's good, if the materials there, they'll do it. They've been trying to make a Silent Hill movie forever, and they've always Guillermo del Toro was attached to it
Isn't
forever.
that
Silent Hill.
Silent
There
Hill
are
movie?
still
Yeah.
Silent Hill movies.
Oh, I mean,
They're fucking amazing.
Yeah, they're made. I mean, they were trying to make a good Silent Hill movie. For a while, yeah.
right.
That just reminded me of something. So Resident Evil never got above a 50 on any of their movies.
No.
Really?
I like the Resident
So
Evil
did I.
movies, though.
I like those
them.
movies.
No, I would
You don't
say
like 'em?
very. I've only ever saw the.
I'm not
probably the
saying they're
first one. Probably the
masterpieces.
first one.
No, they're definitely not masterpieces, but they're
But
good. I
I'm,
enjoy
I'm
them.
surprised
Yeah.
that one of them isn't over 50.
I know, I didn't see the final one.
No, those
I
know.
have it. I haven't watched it yet.
You
I at
have it
least-
and haven't watched it?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Well, I have a lot of shit to watch.
You purchased it
Yeah, I have all of them, so I'm gonna get the last one.
You bought it with money?
and you
Yeah.
have not watched it.
I own movies, guys.
That's so weird. I own the Goonies. That's it. Because I just bought that.
Well, I mean,
for-
that makes sense.
Right.
I own the Goonies too.
I know. I would like to start collecting Blu-rays, but by the time
have
I
a
get done
shitload.
collecting Blu-rays, they're gonna come out with some 4K fucking thing.
Well, they already have 4K discs.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, exactly. Then Blu-rays are
But
obsolete already.
Not really.
They still look really good.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean, at
And
some point,
nobody-
you can only get so
Like
clear.
barely anybody has all the shit needed to watch 4K. So
Yeah, that's true. Because you need the TV, the
And a
adapter,
player.
all of it,
Yeah.
and the player.
You can
yeah.
play you can play 4K movies on Blu-ray though, on a Blu-ray player, because you can play 4K movies on the new Xbox, And that's
The
just,
new
on
ones,
the
yeah.
X. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
I don't know. What did you guys think of like the build up to finally getting to see Rampage? Like what I mean by Rampage is destruction.
you
I
did.
thought it was too long. I felt like
Build
this
up
movie.
to-
Oh, the build up to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought they're actually rampaging was too short.
Right. No,
I mean,
so did I.
the very
So did I.
short. Yeah, the main part, I guess, of what you assume you go to see a Rampage movie.
They
was
don't
the-
have a lot of it. Yeah.
They don't have.
It was a bummer.
I would have going to a movie like this. I would have expected to see Rampage, like when I mean Rampage, destruction, at least like midway to almost the end. Like I'd expect a like full on
Yeah.
destruction movie, and
I'd-
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't okay with this because the build up seemed like it lasted an hour and a half, and then we get like a 5-10 minutes of really good.
Well, it seemed like he was
Shit.
trying to give them too much purpose of like
Yeah.
them, the whole thing of why they're going to like destruct the city.
Yeah.
Or like I would have been fine with them just going crazy and whatever, and just
Same.
instead, they had to build with like the sonar thing, the radio
Yeah.
frequency, and all that, and have them. I did think the buildup was unnecessary, but I thought a large majority of this movie
I
could have
totally
been cut.
expected, besides George, because I could tell from the previews that he was going to end up being good and he's, connected to the Rock. But I totally expected the monsters to be like off in their own totally separate areas, destroying shit, and then they end up coming together at one central
Yeah,
location.
and then doing some awesome
and the
fucking
military's
fight.
trying
And
to
that should
beat
have
'em
been
and-
an hour
Yeah.
of the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
100%.
Rather than the first 10 or the last 10 minutes of the movie is that.
And it didn't even use Lizzie like at all. Almost, it
No,
just showed
no,
up
yeah.
at the end. Like we
Oh,
got.
the first, yeah, because remember,
we-
she has to come from like the Gulf of
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah,
or
they
what-
didn't, no
she's-
one even knew she was coming.
No, yeah. So she had
Yeah.
to travel a huge distance.
Yeah, we get the like somewhat of a backstory on Ralph, and then like the whole movie's about George, but we don't get anything on Lizzie at all.
No, yeah, and you could have definitely done three separate movies. I mean, obviously all in one movie where
Yeah.
you're getting kind of their story of them.
That's what I expected.
Of them coming from their respective places, where like Lizzie came from New Orleans, she could have wrecked New Orleans.
Yeah.
Ralph came from the Midwest, he could have wrecked a Midwest town, and then they could have all met in this one town in the middle and then wrecked that. But we didn't get that.
No.
We got a lot of story, and then the whole thing of them trying to add like the love story of the Rock and the girl. Just it did not feel needed, or
No.
I don't know. Yeah.
You know what else wasn't needed? The whole fucking time, this whole movie, I'm thinking, what soldier's gonna do this? Okay, you got a 500 fucking foot beast in front of you, and your sergeant's gonna be like, run out there and shoot him with your M16. I mean, how many people in this movie they were just like, oh, and it's fucking just clawing through every. It's like who
I guess
does
they got to
that?
follow
Well, that's
orders.
what you get
Oh,
in
fuck
every
off.
monster
Fuck off.
movie,
If you're in
Mason.
the army, no.
That's what you get in every monster
But it
movie.
seemed
a
Godzilla,
little-
King Kong,
It
all
seemed
of
a
them.
little excessive. All of the people just standing out there getting ready to get smashed. It's like send in the Air Force. The tanks. Like
Well,
I
they
don't
were
know,
about
it's
to drop a fucking
Moab.
nuke. Yeah,
Moab.
Moab. Mother of all bombs.
Not a good idea.
He was ready to fucking level that city.
He was just a general with all the power.
I don't think that would have even killed them. I mean,
No, I don't
because
think it
they
would've
can
either.
regenerate.
Yeah.
That was the part of it, right?
I don't know if it fell right on one of them, it probably would have killed it. But
Yeah, who knows? Lizzie looked like she was going through things.
Armored.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was really just. I mean, if the Rock can't stop you,
Who can?
and let's just say the Rock. I mean, he gets the shit beat out of him. He just keeps going and going and going.
But at least he does actually get the shit beat out of him because there's no way he would ever stand a chance against these
yeah,
things.
yeah, he does. But at some point, he's got to be so exhausted where he just because he keeps
Well, he
like
was,
he keeps
and then
falling
George
from
saved
building
him.
to building,
Yeah.
And he got shot.
and he keeps getting up though and keeps running. And what was he was a primatologist / special ops.
Yeah.
He was in the special forces, and then he fucking went on some crazy anti-poaching mission and
yeah.
got connected to George when he was little.
And then they tried to have the whole heavy background where like he traveled, he saw the worst of the worst, and he hates people and everything. And they tried to make it so much deeper than this goofy movie should have been. Yeah.
No, it didn't work.
And
And
they
then
kept
when he got shot, did you guys notice he got shot and he was like, oh, and he falls over and whatever, and then he gets back up and there's like a little hole with a little blood. I'm like, he just got shot in the stomach. You're trying to tell me he's not gonna bleed at all?
no, he's fine. I'm not even sure why they shot him.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that
I
whole
mean,
thing, I was like, why?
I
Why
know.
did that even take place? There was no need for
And then,
that.
I guess it was just a way of him breaking free because he gets free after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And then like it completely unphases him through the rest of the movie.
I know, through the rest of the
I mean,
movie,
once
he's
in a
just
while
fine.
we see he's kind of holding
Holding
himself,
it,
but
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't stop him from being the Rock.
No.
Bullets can't kill a rock. He's a rock.
Yeah.
Paper only kills rock.
I'd buy that.
Oh, we're probably gonna get a second one.
No.
I don't know. What was,
Okay, I
what
was
was
like,
weird
what?
to me is that the game Rampage was in this movie.
Yeah. It
That's
was,
always
yeah.
weird. Does no one
think
ever
it was
think?
weird?
Does no one ever think like reference? Well, this is so weird. This is just like this game I know, Rampage. We're like this.
No, they did reference the game in the movie.
Yeah, but no one ever like connected the two. We're like, this is crazy. That's a wolf. There's a wolf in the game. It's exactly like the game. No one ever referenced how nuts that it is.
Yeah. Oh, I
Exactly
see
the
what you're
plot
saying.
of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Rampage.
yeah.
Yeah. It just so happens to be a lizard, a wolf, and
Yeah. A gorilla?
I don't know. I don't know why they had the game in the game. Why do you have to do that? But it just confuses things. for
Because
me.
it was marketing
It's
for
throwback.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
Because they had that new game. That's what it was.
Well,
a
no, it
new
was just
game.
marketing for. I guess it was kind of nostalgia.
Yeah.
You saw
Yeah,
the game.
nostalgia too.
I didn't
yeah.
mind that. I mean, I played the game. That's why I went and seen this movie.
I played the game,
I played it a lot.
but
I still
yeah.
have it in the
But
Nintendo
I
64.
I love the game, but I
This
was
is my
not.
favorite
yeah.
64 game of all time.
So much fun.
I had the original. I had the new one when it came out on PS4. Then I had the cabinet version. on
Damn.
PS1, yeah. Oh yeah.
I bet that was fun.
Remember when you get the disc and it had like 40 different? It had like Pac-Man and a bunch of different
Yeah,
games.
yeah, yeah.
That was a disc that I had. And it
Oh,
had
shit,
Rampage
that's
on it.
awesome.
Nice.
I like the game a lot more than I like this movie.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I had a lot more fun playing the game, as I recall, than
Watching this film.
yeah.
Oh man.
I have no problem with The Rock, but
No, neither do I.
I do have a problem with these kind of movies where it just seems, I don't know, it just seems lazy to me.
Lazy. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing. Yeah, it's like they put so much effort towards certain things and then other things. They
There is a ton of, I mean,
None.
this movie, you got to think this movie is 2-3 years in the making. It's just
Oh,
so
for
much
sure.
that has to come together for this movie to be made.
Well, it's been in the process of wanting a movie from it since 2011.
Yeah. So at least
7 years.
the wheels have been rolling along 7 years.
And you can't get someone to write a half decent fucking script.
Who knows?
Just dialogue wise.
I
I
know,
mean, really,
yeah.
just dialogue wise. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with like the origin of it or anything. It's just all the dialogue was crap.
Yeah, it was.
And it was just, it was just like, your average, just a ton of CGI,
Okay, I want to bring this up. So, the monsters, they're obviously all CGI. They look pretty decent. They look about as good as monsters do nowadays, right? Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's, yeah.
What the fuck was up with the parachute scene?
Yeah.
That is the worst CGI I've seen in my life.
It was almost to the point where I thought, is this really like, because it almost looked like a GoPro, like they attached to him and he really jumped out of the
Yeah,
plane.
but it was CGI.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was
Why did they
it
do
was
that?
like Superman mustache CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awful. Oh my god.
Was it just his face
his face and then
on a
and then,
person
like-
that was on that?
Oh,
Because maybe
I
I think
bet,
I think
maybe.
what it was is it was
But-
a big bald guy that jumped out
Yeah.
of the plane, and then they CGI'd
why
his
did they
face
do
onto.
that though? Why didn't they just put the Rock in a parachute and make
And
it
green
look
screen
like
it?
Yeah, green screen it. Yeah.
Why did they make this movie, Michael? I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I can't tell you.
money? They
Yeah,
wanna
money,
get-
yeah.
And they're probably gonna make money on it, but
I totally forgot about that scene. We didn't even
that
talk
is
about
the worst thing I've ever seen.
the
ever.
whole the guy. I mean, like the guy who has a huge part. He works for like the
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
yeah.
I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I like him too, but I just thought he would just play that generic.
Yeah,
Stupid.
basically.
I mean, it was so generic to
Oh
me.
yeah, the bad guy, the main.
He's a
bad guy.
cowboy,
Yeah.
He's like, he always has cowboy saying, "This old cowboy," and my grandpa used to say. It's just the most stereotypical,
It was.
like Marshall kind of character.
Mm-hmm.
He wears a big gun on his
And
hip and whatnot.
And that's a good point to bring up because like sometimes they try to make The Rock like be serious like with his past, but then they'd have characters like this,
Yeah.
and then like the two other bad guys where you're just like,
They didn't
is this
pick a
supposed to be
direction
like
to go.
punny or is
No.
this supposed to be like?
And then
a
it tried to
gimmick?
like they had like a kind of a bro man's relationship where they were both kind of like special
Yeah.
forces and stuff, and like at one point, like he's like, us assholes gotta stick together. And stuff, and they're like, it's just so lame. It's so lame.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. And I do like Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Well, the few things I've seen him, but it seems like he's always kind of doing these movies.
Yeah, but
in The Walking Dead.
he needs to play Flashpoint Batman, or I'm gonna die.
Yeah, he'll never do. He
No,
keeps doing
he
these
wants
movies.
to,
I
though.
know he keeps doing these movies though, and he keeps lowering his stock.
Yeah, but I mean, he hasn't been in a movie. He's the main thing I see him in is The Walking
remember
Dead.
he was in Batman vs Superman. He plays dad.
Yeah, that's why he can play
I forgot
Flashpoint.
about that. Yeah. Oh, that'd be
Dude,
perfect.
Yes, because you've seen the
Oh, of
Flashpoint
course,
animated
yeah.
movie, right?
I'm just now
Yeah.
remembering what you're talking about. though,
Yes, he would kill it as Flashpoint Batman.
yeah. Killing everyone.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be awesome.
You'd have to get someone good to play Martha.
Well, the chick that played him in Batman,
Was she
Superman,
famous?
she's good.
I don't know. I can't.
She's in The Walking Dead, is what's kicking off her career.
You will not get
know.
Joaquin Phoenix to play a superhero role.
The Joker. No.
He's too.
Yeah, but the Joker, I feel, is like that one role that
And
actors would take.
I've seen
Yeah.
him say, but he does not do mainstream movies.
He said he wasn't afraid to follow Ledger's Joker.
And he said that he would never not do a superhero movie. He's a guy who said if the script is right, then he would do it.
Well, the movie they're talking about him isn't necessarily a superhero movie. It's the origin of the Joker.
Yeah, it would be the Red
It'd be
Hood.
like Tom Hardy Venom.
Yeah. Which would be good, but you would have to have him play a younger Joker.
At first, yeah.
Well, if it's that story of him being with the mob and him being, the Red Hood or whatever, that's all him at the beginning,
Yeah.
right? So you'd have to have him young the entire time.
He's not
wouldn't you?
super young he's like maybe 30.
Yeah, I guess that's true. He's not a kid.
Yeah, he's not a kid. He has a
he's
family and shit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. It'd be crazy. It'd be good, too, because he wouldn't have to play, like, a crazy, over-the-top
No,
Joker.
because he probably
that's-
wouldn't be the Joker until the very end.
But then that last, 30 minutes would be him going nuts and killing everyone.
Yeah, well,
I would love a Joker origin story that doesn't have Jared Leto in it.
it's gonna happen. Just they gotta get everything in order.
Yeah.
They've already said they want to do it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they would love
That's
to do
gonna
it.
be their R-rated thing to all the Marvel ones that they're doing. The fuck are you looking at now?
This is that Truth or Dare movie.
Yeah, that shit. I don't give two shits about that.
Why are you looking that up?
I wasn't. I was just on IMDb.
So I read up the IMDb facts on Rampage. Oh my god! Something. No, it shocked me about something. I did not know, and I should have fucking realized it at the time. The Wreck-It Ralph. He's named Ralph after the wolf, and because he destroys cities.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
It makes sense, and I
Yeah.
totally did not get that. I like that movie.
There is
too.
no inbound call.
What the fuck was that shit?
That scared the shit out of Michael.
Was the devil.
What are you doing?
You must have said something that upset her.
I guess.
I like
Shit.
Wreck-It Ralph also, to get back to that point.
Yeah.
And they're making a second one.
Yes, they are.
But
Never
I
seen
did not. Oh,
Really?
really? It's good. John C. Reilly.
I thought you were all about those animated Pixar Disney movies.
Oh,
No,
we-
I said. Remember last time I said I haven't seen a Pixar movie.
maybe I'm.
You went and
Yeah,
saw
you're the one.
Coco. Isn't that Pixar?
Yeah, that was the first. Remember, that was the first one I saw in a long time. I was like, dude, this is a really good movie.
Because last time we were
enjoyed
talking
it.
about Iron Giant.
And then, yeah, I hadn't seen that. I
haven't
saw
seen
it when
Iron
I was a
Giant?
kid. Yeah, I
Oh,
saw it
okay.
when I was a kid, but I haven't seen
I
it
was like,
since.
holy shit. Have you
But-
seen Frozen?
No, I have not seen
Me
Frozen.
neither.
I've not
I
seen
don't wanna
Inside
see
Out.
that.
You don't
I
have
haven't seen
to.
any of those.
Inside Out is great.
That was the one we were talking
Yeah.
about. No.
I
Any
hate
Pixar movie is
I
great.
hate any animated movies that's basically a musical.
What about Moana?
I
Have you seen
hate
Moana?
Singing.
No.
Moana was a fucking masterpiece.
They
Really?
sing?
Oh, they
I
sing.
don't want to see it.
It's got The Rock in it.
I'm the kid who fast forward through all the singing parts of all the Disney movies.
I love animation. I love Pixar films. I just don't watch them.
I'm not a huge musical guy,
is
but when Disney does musicals perfectly,
They
I mean,
do.
they set the bar. Their music is great.
It always is good.
But they always have. But yeah, if you haven't seen Moana, I mean, Moana is way better than Frozen in my opinion. But it's got The Rock in it, Michael.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, as an animated voice.
Yeah, but he's still The Rock. You love The Rock. He's still playing The Rock.
I don't love him enough to watch a Disney singing movie.
It's good, dude. I mean, they're Disney movies.
Yeah.
They're famous for a reason.
Yeah. Disney movies are always great.
All right. Well,
Should we? Yeah.
let's
rate this.
rate it.
Oh, yeah, let's
Rate it.
Michael, you're first. This
I'm
is your
first?
pick.
Okay. There was a lot that was wrong with this movie and not a lot that was right with this movie. But I like I grew up watching pretty shitty action movies, so I'm kind of used to it and numb to it, so it doesn't bother me as much as it bothers you guys. And I really like the game, so my score's higher than it probably should be for that fact. I gave it a 60. It entertained me enough for me to give it a D.
Okay.
Barely a D.
Okay. Well, I will go next. I did not give this score 60. I thought the end action scenes, like as we were talking about before, the beast fighting and stuff it was cool. I fucking enjoyed that part of the movie. But the lead up into it, I didn't enjoy much. In all God's honesty. It wasn't the worst movie of the year or anything. And I think for what it is, it's a good enough movie, minus the fucking dialogue. I'll give it 40%. That's what I gave it.
All right, I'm up.
You're up.
Let me get stretched out. Yeah, I did not love this movie. This movie to me is if they say a lot of people say Hollywood's dying because of movies like this where this just seems like it's a money grab. 100%. This isn't art or anything. And it's almost a 2-hour long commercial because it's just product placement after product placement. It's the biggest. It's not, to me. It's not what movie making is about.
Right.
It's at all. But yeah. It's, I don't know. It was really lackluster. They just used. It almost had nothing to do with the game Rampage. It was obviously they just used the title as a way to get people in the door, because the movies like this, that's all they really care about is, getting butts in seats.
Yep.
They don't care about the final product or how you feel. No. But, yeah, I gave it a 31.
Wow.
Right
So an
on.
overall great score from the Have You Seen It podcast. Go and see Rampage.
Yeah.
Could be the movie of the year.
It's getting early Oscar buzz.
My score's a lot higher than yours, but it's also extremely low for me.
That is extremely
Yeah.
low for you. Yeah.
60 is low, yeah. Well, that just shows you that this movie, it wasn't Circle bad,
No.
which is
No.
our
It wasn't
motto.
Circle Bad. No.
It
I'll go
wasn't
watch
Snowman
Rampage
bad.
again.
Was not Snowman.
It wasn't
not
King
s-
Arthur bad.
No.
I didn't see King Arthur. Still haven't.
You don't
Look,
need to.
If The Rock is in the movie, even if it's the worst movie ever, it's still the lowest I will go is 25%. That's the lowest I'll go because the stock value is so high to me. But no, anything other than that, don't test me on that in the future, though. We're not gonna save this audio in case I
yes,
do
we
give
are.
a Rock movie.
Yes,
lowest.
we are.
Because we'll be at least reviewing 14 rock movies by the
this
time
year.
of this year
Yeah,
ends.
by the end of the year for sure.
So I wouldn't say that yet.
I won't.
If he's in more, you know what the highest animated movie is with The Rock in it?
Joanna.
No, what the highest rated movie of The Rock?
Scorpion King. No, fuck no.
Scorpion King 3? No.
No, God.
Moana.
Jumanji.
Moana.
it's
Yeah, it
Moana,
was
yeah.
right. I said that.
Yeah, he said that.
You're holding me.
Well, because I said animated movie, I
Yeah,
gave it away.
you
But
gave it
that's
away
the
for
highest
sure.
rated, rock movie.
Yeah.
I wonder what the highest besides that. I wonder
What
do you-
the
Jumanji?
second one would be.
76?
Doom.
Did Jumanji?
Just kidding.
Is it?
Maybe a little.
I thought Jumanji was actually pretty high.
Jumanji was like 72 or 73. Yeah,
I think it was
pretty
high.
That's
Yeah.
probably it, honestly.
You know what a movie I like with The
There's a
Rock?
lot of kind of crappy action movies.
Have you
but
seen Faster?
I love Faster.
I love Faster too. I liked it a lot.
I don't think it got a very good score, but I love
It
that
did
movie.
not. I like it too. It's one of my
That's such a cool movie.
one of my I like that movie a lot. But of course, that's a movie that movie's rated R. It's
Oh no,
gotta
it
be,
did
right?
get a 76. Who said that?
Me.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Look up Faster. I think it's in the 40s, but I'm not positive.
2004
Nope,
film
10.
or 10?
That's on it. Yeah. Billy Bob Thornton's in it.
Yep.
42. And
Yeah,
that
that was
is a
close.
movie that I enjoyed.
That is a good movie, yeah. I legitimately enjoy that movie.
I kind of like those older movies better with The Rock, where it was a little bit less of
Where
like
he was
the
30 pounds less. I mean,
right.
where he's not a superhuman.
Well, no, I know what the highest rated Rock movie is. It's Fast and Furious, because it was in the 90s.
Oh, the newest one was?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that would be it.
The newest one was in the 90s.
Yeah, we gave it in the 90s too. So don't
Didn't.
be all surprised. Yeah, I think you did.
I think our average was a 90 overall.
What is it? What is that Fast movie called? There's no way that got a 90%.
What was
Called
the
The
newest one?
Fate of the Furious.
Fate of the Furious.
It's high 80s or 90s.
There's no.
It did get a good review. I know that. That's it. Vinny Deese. 66.
The fuck was I
I was gonna say,
thinking?
what the fuck? There's no way that got a 90. That
No.
did not deserve a
I
90.
swear to God, there wasn't enough. Well, I know we did. I don't have it in this book though.
We gave it a 90?
We
Yeah.
gave it a 90.
Yep,
I didn't. Maybe the average was.
that was before I started writing down all of ours.
Oh,
but I know
okay,
we
yeah,
did.
I want to go back to that episode
back.
and see what I gave it.
'Cause
I'm
I
gonna
kn- I
smack
know
myself
I
in the
gave it-
face if I gave it a 90.
I know that I gave it like a 95 or something, and you weren't very far from me. You might have done 89,
Damn.
but it was high.
We've come a long ways.
I don't know. I have to go back and watch it.
I will actually. I think my biggest gripe about that was when Vin Diesel jumped out of the car going 100 miles an hour without a scratch on him.
He's Vin Diesel.
And he was wearing white the
And he was
entire
wearing
time,
a
and he
tank top,
never
yeah.
had like a scrap of
Well,
dirt
what you
on
don't
him.
know is he actually didn't hit the ground. He hovered slightly above it.
He never
know
hits
what?
the ground.
I will tell you, Michael, I do remember, though, we did say that it kept us entertained
Yes.
the whole time. It was an entertaining
We were
movie for
all
what it was.
pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, we were. I do remember that now.
But
yeah.
90s, I can't.
Yeah, can't
I
believe
know I
gave it a
did. I
90.
know you were not far from
from
me.
it,
You were
yeah.
in between us.
Yeah.
And I know Cash was the lowest. And
That was pretty
I'm-
early on, though, so I probably did give it pretty high. Yeah.
Not me, but I never.
No,
I
not you. I don't know. I don't see you giving
I've
it a
never
90.
given any. I mean,
No.
what to go back? I would like to go back and watch some of the older ones because
I know.
I haven't gone back since we recorded it.
I bought Baby Driver and watched it again.
Baby Driver.
Baby
That
Driver
was
would be
good.
fun to watch again. I haven't seen it
It's,
since.
it's still good.
It's even creepier now that Kevin Spacey's
Yeah.
in it. Now you're like, oh, he's a real
You're like,
bad guy.
oh, wow, he is a bad guy.
Oh shit, he's really molesting.
I know. I watched The Negotiator, Samuel L. Jackson and
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Spacey, in '97 or whenever that movie was made. Fucking great movie, but the whole time I'm like, this dude was touching dicks on set.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
On
no,
the-
the
on the
negotiator.
set
There
of
probably
Negotiator.
wasn't that many kids on the set. Hopefully.
Oh no! He was gay. Like he touched men. Like it wasn't just children.
Yeah, no, I know,
yeah,
but
yeah. He's grabbing everyone's
Yeah, you can
dicks.
at least hope that maybe he wasn't molesting kids.
Oh no! I just meant like how many dicks was he grabbing on
But he
set?
did molest kids at some point, and
But that's what
Yeah.
I heard. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's what that one.
I don't
guy
know what
came
movie it
out.
was on though.
I-
It wasn't on a
it was-
movie.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
at
like
a
back in the
party.
'80s something, and it was like an after party for a play or a playwright or something. I don't know.
He was grabbing dicks all the time, bro.
Yeah, but we all knew Kevin. Like you guys all knew Kevin Spacey was gay, right?
Yeah.
Like I knew he was gay like years ago, even though
Oh,
he didn't
yeah.
outwardly come out. And then there was never such thing as a bad time to come out until that man came out. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I mean, there has been times in history that or have been bad times to come out.
well, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. In this modern era,
No, I can't
Bad time to
imagine a
come out.
worse time
No.
to come out.
yeah, news drops. You're touching kids. You're like, I'm gay.
Well,
Does that
I'm-
make it okay?
no,
Yeah,
no, it definitely doesn't. No,
The reasoning is crazy there.
Kevin Spacey, no. You know what's funny too is I bought 2 years ago, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I bought his master class on Masterclass. You know, like those classes to teach acting.
Yeah, of
I
course.
was like, man, this is
Yeah,
a
you're-
really good
yeah.
class. This is really good. And then the news dropped, and I had tweeted a quote from Kevin Spacey
Oh,
like
yeah.
4 days before this news came out, something about acting, and I tweeted it out. Literally, I went through my Twitter, was like, deleted every Kevin Spacey fucking
Why? It's not
quote
like
or
you
whatever.
knew before. I mean, it's not like anyone's gonna
People
go
are
back.
insane, man.
How
They're gonna be like,
dare
"Oh,
you.
how
You said
could
it in
you? How could you have
2003,
quoted
like-
him?" And I was like, "I didn't fucking know back then."
I still
but-
stand by. He's still a great actor.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can't
no,
deny
he is
that.
a
I
great
mean,
actor.
You can't
yeah.
take that
No.
away.
Just like Michael Jackson was a great musician,
yeah.
you know, but he
OJ was a great football player.
Yeah.
What do you mean OJ was innocent?
That's
Yeah,
not what I said.
Yeah, OJ is still a great person. I don't know. I,
I
don't get,
said football player.
Yeah, well, he's. Yeah, I mean, well, he retired. He got old. OJ is a good person. He's innocent. We all know.
Completely
If
innocent.
the glove
Definitely
don't
did not
fit,
do it.
you gotta acquit.
But if I did do it,
Then I'm gonna write a book about it.
yeah.
Oh,
Good
Wow.
old O.J. Simpson doesn't know when to talk in third person.
you know
Or
who's
first.
doing a master class that I just randomly saw was Scorsese.
I'm
which
taking it.
Yeah, I might do it.
I have the unlimited pass thing.
Oh, really?
180 a year. Yeah.
I might do
Yeah,
those.
who's
Scorsese
we just
one.
finished one.
We just finished
Aaron
Aaron Sorkin.
Oh, Aaron Sorkin's
Yeah, it was
good.
a good fucking class on writing. It was more TV show driven,
Yeah.
which me and Michael
Yeah,
are
I
looking a little
saw
bit
that.
different. Like I don't think we're
I
gonna
wouldn't
write
mind
TV
doing a
shows right
TV
off the
show,
way,
but that's not what I'm focusing on.
yeah, I do want to do TV shows eventually. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome. But that's a bigger order than trying to put together, a short
One
film or
movie,
just a screenplay in general. So, but yeah,
Well, you
there's
think
a lot of good
Scorsese
classes.
will tell you how to kill people.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna start taking that class as soon as
Yeah,
I can.
I might
man.
do it too. Because he's a person that doesn't. I mean, he does talk about his laws movies, but I don't know. You don't see a lot about Scorsese
No.
or whatever for him to be teaching someone.
And he's just teaching filmmaking in general. So
Yeah, that's all. I think that's all his master class is.
Yeah.
Is just directing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
they got a lot of good ones on there too. They have Judd Apatow for comedy.
Oh,
writing.
is it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
We're gonna take his, but that doesn't drop till May.
Oh,
take
it's
that
not out.
class.
Did you finally get a date on it?
No, but Martin
just
Scorsese's
assuming?
just officially released last week. So what I'm assuming is they're doing one a month, and they said that spring is when his was going to be released. Same with
Yeah,
Scorsese's.
they only have one spring month left, so
Right.
they better get it done.
So I'm assuming in May is when they'll release it. But yeah,
All right. Well, we rambled on enough for this podcast to be long enough.
we did, as we always do. Follow us on Twitter, guys. Seen It Podcast. Michael Falk is on Twitter. What the Falk 63. Why did I second guess myself?
You guys are saying it.
I know.
I know.
This is the fourth one today.
That's because I'm losing my fucking mind, boys. Cash is on Twitter. That's just Cash. Our Instagram page is Have You Seen It and Have You Seen It News. And we are now on YouTube. What's up? Everyone on YouTube. For everyone, I threw up some gang
Don't throw up
signs.
your
Yeah, what are you
Don't
doing?
bring
gang
that
signs?
negativity in here.
We
I just
just
threw up
got
my
negative
hands.
subscribes.
Yeah.
Okay. We got some thumbs down on our new YouTube page. Type in our YouTube page, HYSI, hashtag, followed by the hashtag, whatever episode you're trying to look for. You should find us, no problem.
Rate, review us on iTunes. Get us up there. Give us a bad review. I don't give a fuck. Say what you want.
Say what you
Yeah.
want.
I will fine you though, and I will personally take. We are taking.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. But if you say something we don't like, you're gonna have a little swim with
I'm
the
gonna
fish.
bust your fucking head.
There we
I'm
go.
gonna bust your
What-
fucking.
what else
Head.
are
You're
we
gonna
gonna
get your head
fucking do?
fucking, Brad.
Are you kidding me?
You're gonna break. I'm gonna break your fucking.
Fucking stab you with this right in the fucking neck. I don't know why we went mobster all of a sudden.
I don't know. That was
You guys have issues.
because we've been watching. a lot
I
of
don't
been
think
watching
we
a
need
lot of
to. I
mob
think we
movies.
should take a break from some mob movies.
I'm watching Peaky Blinders as well. Great show.
That's a good one because it shows you how to sew blades into your hat.
Yes.
So you can slice
just
people.
Slice people. Yeah, it's
Which is the most gruesome way of hurting someone.
It is, absolutely. Yeah, it just doesn't feel well. Well, okay. Until next time.
Bye.